Hey y'all, this is David Ducker coming back at you, and today we'll be talking about power role playing. This is one of the dirty tricks of RPGs. What power role playing is, it's a way to defeat problem players when you yourself are a player. So this is what you should do when the GM is not willing to address the problems that the other players are bringing to the table. So you can't deal with someone outside of the game for some reason. This is what you need to do. And I should preface this with saying it is, in my opinion, somewhat rude to do this technique. It is an evil action to do this. So definitely explore other alternatives. Try to talk to them outside of the game if they're causing a problem. Talk to the GM outside of the game if there's any problem. I might even consider just leaving the game rather than implementing this strategy. Because, like I said, it is somewhat rude. It is evil. So it's definitely a last resort, in my opinion. I have only resorted to this like once ever. Because I'm so confrontational outside of the game, I don't mind just talking to someone, out of character, and just telling them that they're being an asshole, and they need to get straight, or I'm going to get gone. But if you can't do that for some reason, this is a potential alternative. I wanted to put that preface in here. This is not a first course of action to take. So what power role-playing is a way to get rid of someone who's causing a problem, to just drain their fun brutally out of the game and make them quit the game. So what you want to do is identify what they want to do and make sure it never happens. Usually this can be implemented against like a power gamer, but it can apply to other problem players as well. I'll use a power gamer as an example. So if someone has built a combat monster and you can't beat them in combat, and they're stealing your spotlight so that you can't get over, and the GM's not willing to do anything about it, what you need to do is make sure combat never happens. So keep it all in role-playing, keep it all in politics, keep it all in intrigue. Just make sure there is no combat, so it doesn't matter if he gets combat in or not. Zero his fun out. Take the spotlight off of him. So you can do that by getting the spotlight on you and going through and really aggressively pursuing storylines on your character that don't overlap with what he wants or can do. And more advanced, though, throw the spotlight on other people. So if he comes in and he's like, yeah, we're going to get this dungeon, I'm going to power game my way through the dungeon, that's when you want to say, oh, well, this character's a bard. My other player over here, he's a bard, so I'm going to go and engage in long role-playing scenes with him, talking about the bardic colleges and lore and legends. We're going to go seek out other bards in the colleges, and we're going to find, try to find like a siren perhaps, or maybe the lute of Orpheus, which you can only pass by learning the 7 ballads, and doing this world tour of bard colleges. And, we're going to get the intrigue of all of the evil bards and spies, and we're going to come in here with magical songs, perhaps, and different kind of musical instruments. And I'm going to hit the spotlight onto this other player, onto the bard, as hard as I possibly can. And I'm going to make sure there is no combat. There's no combat. The power gamer gets nothing. He gets nothing to do. He gets no scenes. Anytime he talks, you just no-sell him. You shift it off. So if he comes in and he says, I want to learn music too, you say, oh no, don't worry about that, and you just move on. Oh, you're too dumb to learn music, and you move on. Or if he comes in and he's like, oh, music is for weaklings, like, yeah, that's your opinion, and you just move on. And you just get him out of the spotlight as quickly as possible. So throw the spotlight on everywhere except except him. Anything his character can do, you keep it off of him. And this will mean he's having a boring, miserable time. And hopefully he quits the game. or he smartens up and he does start participating. So that's the example for the power gamer. But you can pull it off with like the lone wolf. If he's like, I'm a dark, mysterious rogue, and I sneak away from the party, and I start to do, and as soon as he starts that, you're like, well, the rest of the party, though, we're going to pick up, and we're going to start moving through the forest, and we're going to seek out the lair of the griffin. And you just, as soon as he starts to move off, you pull everything away from him. And the GM is completely occupied with you guys, and you never let it go back to him. And like, oh, you split the party and went off in your own direction? Oh, good. Bye! And you just leave him there. And, you just try to make sure the GM never comes back to him. And if the GM does come back to him, then you've got to pull the GM away again. You're like, oh, GM, wait, look, I'm a track check. I roll a track check, and, or I roll herbalism. Like, are there any herbs around here? Oh, because I'm trying to get this herb gimmick going on. And you just viciously steal the spotlight from him. And like I said, you can throw it onto other players as well. You don't have to get it on you. Just get it away from him, wherever it is. Throw it on an NPC. Then the GM's really occupied. Be like, I engage this old-ass NPC in some long diatribe about the history of the world. And now the GM is completely occupied with you. And the power gamer is he's bored to tears. And again, hopefully he quits. Or the lone wolf, he's bored to tears. Went off to do his own thing, which is, it can be very rude to do if you're doing it lone wolf style. So I am fighting rudeness with rudeness. Like I said, this is an evil action to do to somebody, which is why you have to really think and try to get some other way. But if he won't stop splitting from the party and the GM won't do anything about him, this is what you got to do. You've got to steal the spotlight away from him. And I've done this to other players before who were lone wolves. They tried to split off, and I just viciously steal all the attention to the point that everyone forgets about their character. And they're bored as shit. I had another one come in where I was trying to join up with the party, and they no-sold me. So I'm trying to join up with the party, and they just leave me, and I haven't joined the party yet. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see how you want it. And then I did my lone wolf thing. So I went off and lone wolfed against the whole rest of the party. And I power roleplayed against 5 other people, and I stole the GM's attention because they were trying to shit can me. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry you tried to do that, but unfortunately, I'm a better role player than all 5 of you put together. So instead of being a team, if you want me to be against 5 of you, I'll still win, son. And that's what I did. I framed them for murder. I got the whole town guard pulled against them, and I went down and then viciously massacred them. And like I said, that's an evil action to do. Usually you talk them out of character, but in this instance, it was like a one-shot, like a convention game, and I was like, well, I'm not going to be sitting here not joining the party for the next 4 hours, so you can watch me as I do my own thing, because it's going to be more interesting. I wish we could have formed a team, and I tried to form a team, but if you're not going to go that way, that's fine. I don't need you. So, and you can do this, against multiple different kinds of player type. But those are the primary ones. The guy who always wants to get into combat, and the lone wolfer as well. To me, those are the guys who cause the most problems and who are the easiest to power roleplay against. So it's a dirty trick to do, but if somebody's coming at you with dirty tricks, that's how you got to fight them back. So if they're lone wolfing it, if they're power gaming it, if they're leading the campaign in a direction that you don't want, just steer it back. Just viciously railroad. As a player, you can assume the narrative and railroad the campaign. This often results from a poor GM as much as a poor player, because a good GM would just discuss this so it doesn't come to this point that you have to do this. But if the GM is poor, but the game's still worth being in, maybe that's usually the only area where this technique comes into play. So that's power role playing for you. It's basically becoming the spotlight stealer. Although, like I said, you can shine on other people too. You don't have to steal it for yourself. You can steal it and then just pass it off to someone to destroy the problem player. So let me know what you think of this technique. As I said, it is evil. So if you're just telling me I'm being a dick by doing it, I'll agree with you. And like I said, if they started it though, so if you're gonna start cheating with me, you better get ready, son, because I have got more dirty tricks than you do. You believe that with your mind. So if you're just gonna tell me this is evil, yes, I'll agree with you. But I'd love to hear if you had to do this, if you've seen this done, if someone tried to do this and you brutally shut them down somehow. I'd love to hear more anecdotes about power role playing. So I have to sign out now, and I got to say my prayers so I'm not condemned to hell because I've committed this evil action. But everybody have a good day in YouTube land.